Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. Let me introduce the class of 2022. Good morning and welcome. I am Erin Craig, the Director of Nursing at Solano Community College. I'm happy to be here today to celebrate the pinning of our 2022 Solano Community College nursing graduates. I'm so proud of each and every graduate up here today. Nursing is a rewarding, yet often difficult career. It's a giving profession, and so on lots of days, it's a hard job. We are with patients at some of their worst times and some of their worst days. But there is purpose in what a nurse does, and it is rich and fulfilling, and it gives back to us. The graduates before you have all been working very hard for many years, the last 2 years in particular, to become exceptional nurses. They have been working on learning about themselves, nursing, and the reasons and purpose in nursing. William Shakespeare said, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." Congratulations to Solano Community College's very gifted nursing class of 2022. I am very confident that every one of them will be a wonderful nurse that will carry our profession further and will have a positive impact on the lives of the patients they work with. Today is a celebration for our nursing graduates, their families and friends, as well as for the faculty and staff of Solano Community College. I would like to take a few minutes to recognize the family and friends of each of these graduates who have supported them during their lifelong journey. Without your love and encouragement, they would not be here today. You have all helped make this day possible. I also want to acknowledge our dedicated nursing faculty, both full and part-time, who share their talents, their knowledge, and their passion for nursing each and every day with our students. Without them, there would be no graduates. As many of you know, we recently lost a retired faculty member. Glenn Burgess was a retired nursing faculty member and former director of nursing here at Solano Community College. He made many valuable contributions to the SCC nursing department and had a very positive influence on hundreds of nursing students over the years. He will be missed by all. Let us please have a moment of silence to recognize Glenn Burgess. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Sheila Hudson.
Thank you, Erin. First and foremost, I want to recognize and thank you, Erin, our Director of Nursing, for your commitment and leadership, as well as our Assistant Director of Nursing, Debbie Doro, our distinguished nursing faculty, and our program's amazing support staff, which includes our Student Success Coordinator, Doreen Adams, and our two newest team members who joined Health Sciences almost 1 year ago, Kelsey Mundell and Sheila Koschel, who worked tirelessly to help keep the program and our department running smoothly day in and day out. Also, Kelsey and Doreen in particular worked very closely with our student leaders to organize and coordinate all of the details to make today's lovely ceremony come to life. So I really want to thank them especially. I also wish to extend a special thank you to our Superintendent President, Dr. Celia Esposito-Noy, to Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. David Williams, and our dedicated trustees, especially throughout the past 2 years, during which time we've faced and overcome many challenges. We are so glad to have you with us today to celebrate our graduates, and we appreciate you for your enduring support of our nursing program. As we are all aware, life is full of little surprises. About 2 weeks ago, I unexpectedly landed in the hospital for a brief stay. Everything is completely fine, but while I was hanging out in my not-so-fashionable hospital gown, I had plenty of time to reflect. As the nurses came in and out of my room throughout the day and night to provide care and make sure I was all right, I couldn't help but think about our students, to see our students' faces in theirs. And because I'm a terrible patient who can't sit still, I spent a fair amount of time walking the halls of the hospital for a change of scenery. And as I passed by the open doors of other patients' rooms, I observed nurses gently comforting elderly patients. I witnessed nurses popping in to share a cheerful hello and kind words with one patient who didn't seem to have any visitors. And disturbingly, I also came across one nurse arguing with a patient. And in that moment, I proudly thought to myself, a Solano nursing grad would never do that. I know because I've enjoyed watching many of you perform in the skills lab and in the sim room, and I'm always struck by how composed and caring you are at the bedside, even when your patients are made out of plastic and rubber. My recent experience in the hospital reminded me of how important our work is as administrators, faculty, and staff, and how important your work as students have been, preparing to care for human beings who will look to you for help when they're most vulnerable, and whose family members will place their trust in you to advocate and care for their loved ones with skill and compassion. I'm so heartened to say that our dedicated faculty have prepared you very well. You are more than ready. You've completed a rigorous program during one of the most challenging times our world has faced and continues to face. You persevered when times got tough, and you questioned whether or not you would make it to this day. You believed in yourself, and you fought to make your dream a reality. Remember that, and apply that same perseverance and drive and belief in yourself throughout your entire life. We are so very proud of you, and we also celebrate your family members and friends who have been at your side throughout this journey. Sandra Day O'Connor once said, "We don't accomplish anything in this world alone." Your family and friends have been there to support you and to lift you up, and like you, they have made many sacrifices. So this day belongs to them too. To all of our graduates, we look forward to following your future success, and we can't wait to see what amazing things you're going to do next. Congratulations, class of 2022. And it is now my pleasure to introduce and hand off to our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. David Williams.
Thank you, Dr. Hudson. Thank you, family and friends, for joining us today in this very, very special occasion for our graduates. This is one of the favorite times of the year for those of us in education, where all the hard work that these students have put in and all the hard work that we put in all year long comes to fruition, and it pays off. Our students don't come to college to take a class. They don't come to college because they want to take finals. They don't even come to college really to get a degree. Hang on for a second. They come to college to get a job. They come to college to change the trajectory of their lives and change the trajectory of their families' lives. These nursing graduates before you today will be changing the lives of their families, going into an honorable profession. They will be people who run toward the fire, toward the danger, These are people that we rely on many points during our lives, and like Dr. Hudson said, we've all had experiences where we remember the kindness and the caring of a nurse. And I can tell you, for one, I would be proud to be in the company of these nurses as they go out into the field and change the trajectory of the lives of our community. So my congratulations to this graduating class. We're very proud of you for the hard work that you've done this year. Thank you to our faculty and staff for supporting them every step along the way. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent President, Dr. Celia Esposito Noy.
Thank you. Well, welcome to all of our grads, our faculty and staff, family and friends. I am so happy to be celebrating in person after 2 very long years. Are we not happy to be here? I think we can all agree that completing a nursing degree during the pandemic was an exceptional feat requiring flexibility, endurance, and a lot of patience. So I want to thank you, grads, for sticking with it and completing the program. We are well aware that this was not an easy time for any of you. I also want to thank our faculty and staff who supported the students along the way. This wasn't an easy time for us either. And so everyone had to pull together and make decisions quickly and think about what's in the best interest of the students while keeping everyone healthy and safe. And so I truly appreciate that this group of faculty and staff, along with the students, were able to do that. And I'm happy to say that we've had 0 cases of COVID attributed to this college so far. Yes. So I would like to introduce the members of our governing board who are here today. We have several who send their regards. They were unable to join us. They love this pinning ceremony, as I do, and unfortunately they had other obligations. So I'll ask the trustees when I call their names to just wave. We have Board Vice President Karima Kara, Trustee Rosemary Thurston, Trustee A. Marie Young. Thank you for being here and really for always supporting our students and faculty and staff. Grads, you have worked hard and earned every unit of your degree. Your commitment to serve, to heal, to support, and to teach is critical to our collective well-being. You have put in many hours beyond your lectures and labs, beyond your clinicals, and beyond what the rest of us may think is reasonable. You have demonstrated what it means to have a calling, to serve others without question or complaint. We are so proud of you and want to thank you for your dedication, for representing us well, and for entrusting us with your education. I look forward to seeing you in the field and wish you the very best.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the student class presidents, Joy Thorstad and Anissa Baruman.
Thank you to everyone for coming to our ceremony. We have a video we have put together that displays our journey throughout nursing school and throughout this program. Thank you to our historians, Brandon Alexander, Kelsey Capella, and Sarah Augustino for working hard to put this video together. Please enjoy watching our journey. I would like to start off by thanking everyone for coming to our pinning ceremony. Thank you to the faculty for working so hard to make this ceremony possible and recognizing what an amazing achievement graduating from nursing school truly is. And thank you so much to our family and friends who have come to witness and celebrate our achievements and success today. I know you haven't seen much of us these past 2 years, and I promise you it was not intentional. The reason we've been so absent in our personal lives is due to grueling lectures, lengthy care plans, long clinical days, and late study nights. But first, let's go back to the beginning, to our first day of clinicals, when all of us were nervously huddled outside of Building 800 with our blue scrubs, our face masks, our face shields, silently wondering how we were going to make connections and friends when we had to stay at least 6 feet apart from one another. Update, we did figure it out. Then to our first med-surg rotation, where it took us at least 2 hours to do one physical assessment on a patient. And thank you to those patients for their patience with us. Then to second semester, where we started our OB rotation and witnessed the miracle of life, where we discovered the process wasn't quite as beautiful and a lot more messy than it was made out to be, but nevertheless, grateful to witness newborns take their first breath. Then to third semester, where we experienced our psychiatric rotation and learned that mental health is just as real and as important as physical health. Now here we are today, at the end of fourth semester, stuffed with so much knowledge, it's truly a miracle our heads haven't exploded. Overall, during these past few years, we have faced many triumphs and many failures throughout our journey. We have cried a lot, and I mean a lot. We have also laughed a lot, and above all, we have learned a lot. For the past 2 years, we have introduced ourselves as student nurses. Hello, I'm Joy, and I'm a student nurse, over and over and over again. But today, we get to drop the student part. Today, we are nurses. Hello, I'm Joy, and I'm a nurse. We do not take this title lightly at all. Being a nurse means that we vow to do no harm to any of our patients. It means we advocate for our patients when no one else does, and we treat our patients with the respect and dignity that every human being deserves. Standing up on this stage represents so much more to us than just getting a degree. Today represents our perseverance, our growth, our journey into nursing, and above all, our passion to help those in need. As we look back at all of the progress we've made together and where we stand now, it's evident that we learned to take care of our patients by first learning to take care of one another. I feel incredibly honored and proud to speak on behalf of this outstanding class, as this class is truly one of a kind. Each graduate here today has a unique gift that God has given each of us that will set us apart from others and will be used to spread kindness and love to all of our patients. From this journey throughout nursing school, we have gained a unique perspective and understanding for how precious life truly is. Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, once said, "Live life when you have it. Life is a splendid gift. There's nothing small about it." I would like to encourage my fellow graduates, as well as those sitting in the audience, to focus on living life in the present, not being weighed down by worries of the past or stressed about events of the future. These things will figure themselves out as we go along. So here's to our amazing class, our wonderful faculty, and our extremely tolerant loved ones. Remember, we have been told time and time again, if you didn't document it, you didn't do it. And today, we documented our achievement, so that means, that's right, we did it. Congratulations to the registered nursing class of 2022, and thank you all.
Hello, my fellow classmates, faculty, family, and friends. My name is Anissa Baruman, and I had the honor of being one of my cohort's class presidents. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate this huge milestone with us, because that's exactly what it is. This is probably one of the biggest Thank you. Yeah, it's good, thank you. Okay, this is probably one of the biggest milestones for each and every one of us. We all worked so hard to get to this day, and it's finally here. We did it. I like to thank all of our family and friends for putting up with us during these past 2 years. Even though you guys didn't go through nursing school, I'm sure it felt like you did, when you had to listen to us complain about the long clinical days or deal with us having panic attacks about test days. But you also got to listen to us cry with happiness when we passed our tests and when we came home from clinicals happy to tell you about the cool skill we did for the first time. So thank you for being there for us during the happy times as well as the sad times, because we needed it. I'd like to thank our wonderful staff for molding us into the baby nurses we are today. I remember our first week of school when Professor Freed told us not to get discouraged for feeling like we didn't know anything yet, because by the end of the program, we will see how much we progressed, and she was definitely right. I see so much change in every single one of us and how much we have grown as nurses over the last 2 years. We took bits and pieces from each clinical instructor, experiences from the sim lab, and all the knowledge we could fit from all of our lectures to become the nurses we are today. So thank you all for doing what you do and pushing us to become the best nurses we possibly could. We truly do appreciate it. And to the graduating nursing class of 2022, thank you guys for being the absolute best cohort. I mean, not only did we have to go through nursing school, but we had to do it during fire evacuations, a global pandemic, and a toilet paper shortage. So props to each and every one of you for pushing on, never giving up, and finishing strong. No one else completely understands what we went through as a class besides each other. So I'm glad that we had the opportunities to not only grow as nurses together, but to also grow as friends together. So thank you all for the smiles, laughs, and tears that we've shared. They are memories I will always cherish. The past 2 years have taught us more than you can imagine. First semester, we learned that it's absolutely impossible to remember every single medication and what it does. But we also learned that there are ways to make it a little easier to group them. Second semester, we were haunted with electrolyte imbalances, but we also got to witness the miracle of life, which was honestly a privilege. Third semester, we just try to make it to fourth semester. And fourth semester is when we were forced into that big, scary simulation room with Steve. That is where we made countless mistakes, and Steve would tell us, "You guys are going to be nurses in a few weeks." And then he would continue to tell us about how we almost killed our patient. But hey, almost is the key word. So finally, we've made it to the end. We're done. At times, it felt like this day would never come fast enough, and now that it's here, I can't help but be nervous for this next step in my life. Because now that we're done, we actually have to go out there in the real world and be a nurse, not just a student nurse. Some of us already know what path we want to take or what type of nurse we want to be, while others are just taking it day by day and still aren't sure which field we want to go in. And that is completely okay. We don't have to have our mind made up right away, because that's the beauty of nursing. We can always change our minds down the road because there are so many opportunities out there. But either way, I know that we all will be caring and compassionate while providing the best patient care to all of our patients, whoever and wherever they might be. We all chose this career for a reason, and I'm positive that every single one of us here will eventually end up exactly where we're meant to be. I want to encourage each and every one of you to remember this time in your life. Remember all the hardships you went through and all the stress you've experienced. Remember the hours and hours and hours of studying you did and the doubts you had. But most importantly, remember this very moment. Remember that you did it. Remember the moment you get pinned and that every single struggle you went through has paid off because you are officially a registered nurse. Congratulations to the registered nursing class of 2022. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Professor Dorothy Hawks, who has taught math at a Solano Community College for 22 years and retired 12 years ago. She is the Vice President and Scholarship Chair of the Solano Community College Scholarship Foundation. Dorothy is here to present the 2022 Spring Scholarships.
Good morning. I just want to add my comments to this class. I certainly admire and salute you for your willingness to take on the challenges of nursing during these difficult times. You really have already rightly earned your status as heroes in our community, and I thank you for that. Well, I am here to present some awards to these students. The first couple of awards were created by Richard Green, who was a longtime supporter of the nursing, is a longtime supporter of the nursing program, and was a Solano County faculty member. He was a faculty member from 1966 to 1993. His wife, Carolyn Ann Green, was a nursing instructor at Solano Community College. His mother, his sister, and his daughter were all nurses. He has supported the nursing scholarships over the years with annual donations. In just the last 10 years, more than $24,000 has been awarded to Solano registered nursing students just from the earnings from his endowed contributions. In 2011, he established the Richard E. Green Award for Individual Perseverance to recognize students who made extraordinary efforts to complete the nursing program. Through sheer determination, these students found ways to complete the program. And I'm happy to present the Richard E. Green Awards this year to two students, Elizabeth Corder and Cynthia Marino. Hi, and you are Elizabeth. Elizabeth, there you go. Congratulations. The Carolyn Ann Green Memorial Scholarship for Excellence in Nursing was the first scholarship that he established, and it was to honor the memory and contributions of Ann Green. Ann taught in the nursing program at Solano Community College from 1971 until her untimely death in 1995. As an instructor in the nursing program, she taught in every semester of the program. She was committed not only to her students and patients, but also to all of the students enrolled in the nursing program. She was an innovative instructor. She worked at bringing out the best in each of her students and promoting excellence within the profession. She fostered and promoted in-depth collaboration between nursing service and nursing education. So this year's 2022 Carolyn Ann Green Memorial Scholarships go to Tara Garcia and Anissa Baruman. Congratulations. Our next scholarship is the Fong Lee Memorial Scholarship in Nursing, and it's awarded in memory of Fong Lee. She was a student in the registering nursing program at Solano Community College, ready to graduate in 2010 when she was tragically murdered. The scholarship was established by family, friends, and staff at Solano. Fong Lee is remembered as independent and friendly. She loved learning and helping others. She dedicated most of her life to her family and to education with the goal of becoming a registered nurse. Her time was spent studying, performing family chores, reading, and listening to music. The 2022 Fong Lee Memorial Scholarship in Nursing is awarded to Leslie Murrow Gutierrez. And congratulations to all of the award winners.
The class of 2022 has asked Wanda Butters to be their keynote speaker today.
Good morning, families, friends, faculty, honored guests, class of 2022. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Solano Community College Nursing Pinning Ceremony. These are my babies. Congratulations to these very hardworking ladies and gentlemen. Truly, it's an honor to deliver this pinning address for you today. To be your instructor for the past year and watch you grow from your first semester to now, it is my honor to be your instructor and to be here presenting this to you. Well, class, we've come to the end of a long shift at the hospital, long care plans, but the beginning of the rest of your life as a nurse. As well as you've said it earlier, if it's not documented, mean that it's? Thank you. And your life was charted, documented for the past 2 years. So you have started your career. Let me show you how resilient you've been. When you started your orientation in May of 2020, you were excited until you started to wonder, how will you do clinicals when the hospital said no students were allowed? Well, thanks to your wonderful faculty members, clinicals were held in your classroom with projectors to start the basics, as you've seen on the videos. Then it continued with Zoom. It was a challenging Zoom most of the time, no doubt. Then you finally were allowed in the hospital for clinicals, but you showed up different from your previous peers. You were outfitted with your N95, your shields, your COVID vaccine, which included your boosters. Your health is important. Because you're taking care of others, you need to take care of yourself. With you following the rules and doing that, show me that you are willing to take care of yourself in order to put yourself in the line to help your patients. Don't ever forget that you are important. For example, every time you heard someone cough or said they were tired, your senses were heightened. In the light of new incorporated changes in patient care, you succeeded and you did it. It felt like an eternity, but you embraced your new norm and stayed alert, and here you are today. I want to share with you a quote from Elizabeth Edwards. Resilience is accepting your new reality. You can fight it, you can do nothing about it, but scream about what you've lost, or you can accept it and try to put together things that are good. Over the past 2 years, I've seen that you are more compassionate, you are resilient through the storm. COVID is going to be with us, but now you know how to protect yourself and your patients. You have what it takes to succeed in your nursing career. Remember the good times in school. Remember when you had your first day taking blood pressure to pass medications, which is still scary. IV starts, having to take the MedPass test in your first semester, and MAPE continually. Even to the point of having a conversation with a patient, a new person you've never met before in your life, and making them feel comfortable and reassured that you're there to take care of them. Remember that adrenaline rush you got, that excitement? I'm not saying every day is gonna be easy. You're gonna have days when you go home from work when you're tired and exhausted, knowing that you've given your all. But when chaos is happening, know that you are prepared for it. Finding the staff you work with is going to help you through many challenges and changes in your life, either professional and personal. When you find the people you work with, they become the work family, you will know you belong there to make a difference in someone's lives. I will share a personal experience with you. I was born in South America and came to this great land for a better future. Growing up, I watched my father's sisters who were nurses, and I wanted to be like them. They were always caring and giving. It was not an easy journey, but being the first in my family to achieve a master's degree makes it even rewarding. I chose family I work with. I saw how much they cared about me and my family. For example, when I got sick in 2020, my goal was to stay alive to see my babies graduate and to have their own lives. I'm not a person that depends on anybody besides my husband, but the family I work with is absolutely amazing. What they did, I will never forget. They celebrated my daughter's birthday when I could not, and they did that without hesitation. That's when I realized that family at work is important, not just the ones you have that are blood related. It solidified my belief that work with my second family is important to me. Like Elizabeth Edwards said, you'll go on through hard times, but time does not stand still. You come out stronger with more understanding and knowledge. Now you can accept your new reality and make something good of it. So I'm challenging you. You look out for the future nursing students. You remember when you were students and then certain nurses did not want to take students. I am challenging you to be better. We have taught you to be better. You will help your fellow nurses that are coming up, even if it's one little word of wisdom, because you never know if they're having a bad day. You will be able to teach them something new. Take them under your wing and make it easier for them. Remember the stress that you've gone through. Reimagine the stress that they are going through. So that is my call to action for you to help your oncoming students. Take them under your guidance to teach them the profession because you know it. You know where they've been, where they're going to go. So to wrap things up, I'd like you to think about what you've heard in the beginning. You are resilient. You are amazing. You've committed yourself for the last 2 years, learning about each other 6 feet apart, wearing masks, learning how to take care of patients, being very compassionate to your patients. So now, make sure you are taking care of yourself. Make sure you spend time for yourself outside of work to take care of your well-being. With that being said, congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Wanda. So we're here at a pinning ceremony today, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about the history of the pin. Dr. Susan Opus, a professor at UCLA's School of Nursing in Los Angeles, reports that the earliest badges given to those who tended the sick were presented to the Knights of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist, a religious order who tended to the ill and wounded crusaders in the 12th century. During the ceremony, each knight was presented with a Maltese cross, which was worn on their black habit draped over their armor. The tradition of the nursing pen and the ceremonial pinning ceremony originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Having recently been awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale chose to extend this honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each of them with a medal for excellence. The first nursing pin in the United States was awarded to the graduating class of 1880 of the Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York. The pin presented to each of the graduates was both beautiful as well as symbolic. The nursing pin has been both literally and symbolically a cross to bear, a medal and a badge. The pins of today represent each of these precursors. Nursing is a cross to bear for each of us who remain with their patients long after others have given up hope and gone home. As nurses, we never seem to forget about our patients, even when we are not caring for them physically. They will remain in our thoughts, which I'm sure each of you has already experienced sometime during the program. Remember, you are caring for someone's mother, father, sister, brother, daughter, or son, and that these people are counting on each of you to do for their loved ones what they cannot do themselves. You also must remember that there will be those times when, in spite of all the technology and care, that a patient does not survive and that we must admit defeat and yield to death. At this time, the emotional burden truly seems unbearable, but you must understand it is part of both the pain and privilege of being a nurse. The nursing pin remains a symbolic medal of honor. Nurses honor and respect an individual's right to enter into life safely and to die with dignity. As a nurse, you will honor your patient's right to continue or refuse medical care, even when you personally may disagree with their decision. The nursing pin is also a badge of courage. Nurses are courageous in caring for those patients that would otherwise be ignored or exiled by society. Everyday nurses do battle on the front lines, fighting death and disease, but do so with courage and commitment. As a nurse, like so many other professionals in public service, you will put your own lives in peril to save the life of another. This pinning ceremony is therefore so much more than an event to mark the completion of nursing school. It's a beautiful rite of passage that you are taking into the profession of nursing. The Solano Community College pin is a symbolic of the attributes of our nursing graduates. In the center of the pin is a lamp that represents knowledge. Use the knowledge you have acquired during your education here at Solano and share it with others. The lamp is also symbolic of the light or enlightenment that accompanies knowledge. Your knowledge will serve to light the path of those who will be following you. Stay involved, and soon you will be mentoring students or new graduates, passing on your knowledge to them. By sharing your knowledge with others, you enlighten their lives and careers. Each of you have already demonstrated these attributes that I have described during your brief time at Solano Community College and will continue to do so throughout your nursing career. Today, as each of you receive your nursing pin, be mindful of those who have so courageously gone before you and those who will stoically serve with you in the profession of nursing. Always wear your pin with pride. Let it serve as a constant reminder, not only to yourself, but to your patients, of your desire, dedication, and commitment you have made to serve others. It is truly both a medal of honor and a badge of courage. On behalf of all nursing faculty and staff at Solano Community College, I would like to express to each of you our sincere congratulations and best wishes for your future in nursing.
Anissa Berryman. Joy Mariah Thorstad. Deanna Brading. Justin Michael Hines. Sonan Bidwell. Sonan can't be with us today. We wish her well. Blessing Ubong Inta. Rachel Fink. Ashley Fuston. Sarah Augustino. Brandon Alexander. Kelsey Capella. Andrea Ortega. Jerson Aravalo. Jennifer Lynn Arrington. Elizabeth Corder. John Efren de Guzman. Naomi Delgado. Malette Demise. Excuse me, Demise. Maria Angeline Falcone Arasura. Trinity Fuentes. Tara Anastasia Garcia. Susan Segedi Ganocchio. Alejandra Garcia Gonzalez. Leslie Ruby Muro Gutierrez. Alice Hutano. Cynthia Moreno.
Okay, so April Udal Mungiha. Megan Rowe. Amber Marie Tesh. Alyssa Thomas. Brian Trujillo. Bailey Madison Wagner.
After nurses were pinned, it said Florence Nightingale would light a lamp and pass the flame to each nurse. As a tribute to Florence Nightingale's dedication, this lamp icon became symbolic of nursing. Today, our graduates honor the dedication of Florence Nightingale and symbolically pledge to carry the ideas for which she stood in the candle lighting portion of the pinning ceremony. It is with the lighted candles that the graduates will recite the Nightingale Pledge. The faculty will take the light from the center candle, which represents the knowledge we have all received from our nursing education, and pass it on to the class presidents. Following the pledge, the senior class presidents will pass the light to the junior class presidents. It is through this process that the unique traditions and ideas of professional nursing are continued.
All right, if the students will please repeat after me the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will assist the physician in their work, and I will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my family, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing, and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill, wherever they may be, and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others, in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all for coming today to celebrate this happy occasion. Following the ceremony, please join us for a reception to follow in the cafeteria, which is just straight back that way. And now please join me in congratulating the Solano Community College's nursing class of 2022.
you.